Dajiao and welcome back in Nihao, Putaojiu! It's a pleasure to see you again. Get ready to learn some stuffs about wine. Today we fly to France again to discover the Rhone Valley red wines. The Rhone Valley is located in the southeast of France. The region's names come from the Rhone River, which goes from Switzerland to the Mediterranean Sea. The Rhone Valley is usually divided into two sub-regions, the north and the south, which are very different from a viticultural and climate point of view. The north of the Rhone Valley usually produce very full-bodied wines made from Shiraz. According to the appellation, a small percentage of white wine grape can be added to the blend, Marsanne or Roussanne. Most of the wines from the North Rhone Valley are going to have a very strong structure, aromas of pepper and smoke. You will find there the most prestigious sub-appellation of the regions, with names like Hermitage, Saint-Joseph or Côte-Rôtie. However, this part of the Rhone Valley accounts only for a tiny part of the volume of the region, only 5%. Indeed, most of the wines of the Rhone Valley come from the south of the region. These wines, most of the time, come from the blend of Grenache, Shiraz, Mourvèdre and Cinsault. The wines of the south of Rhone are going to be yet full-bodied, but a little bit rounder than in the north, mostly because the blend of the wine is usually dominated by Grenache. The structure of the different level of Rhone Valley wines is rather simple. First of all, you're going to find the Côte-du-Rhône AOC, representing 2/3 of the Rhone Valley wines. It mainly comes from the south of the Rhone Valley region. Then you have the Côte-du-Rhône village, composed of vineyards of 18 towns, which can add their names on the label. And finally, you have the cru with a very particular terroir. Alright, enough theory, now we can switch to the best part, the tasting. Since 2/3 of the Rhone Red comes from the Côte-du-Rhône AOC, I've decided to taste with you one delicious wine from this category. We're going to try together Delas Saint-Esprit. Delas is among the most famous Rhone house, all together with Jaboulet, Chapoutier or Guigal. They have over 180 years of winemaking experience. They own beautiful parcels in some of the most beautiful appellations of the Rhone Valley. Delas work on the best terroir of the Côte-du-Rhône. The terroir is a combination of the climate and the soil, which are going to define the taste and the origin of a wine. For instance, a Pinot Noir from New Zealand is not going to be the same as in Burgundy or in Oregon, because the soil is different, the climate is different, and the winemaking style is different as well. So today, the wine that we're going to try together is Delas Saint-Esprit. The Delas Saint-Esprit 2015 is a blend of Grenache and Shiraz. It has been aged 8 months in vats and not in oak. In the first episode of Nihao Putaojiu, we discovered the influence of the oak on the wine. The wines that don't age in oak are going to be aged in vats. It can be stainless steel vats or concrete vats, for instance. Aging in vats usually respect more the grape and the terroir and usually give very fruity wines. Okay, so now let's take a closer look at this wine. The color is very dark with violet tints. Now let's study the aromas of this wine. On the nose, the Shiraz is stronger than the Grenache. Indeed, you're going to find some berries fruit, some licorice as well, a hint of spices. This wine is also very herbal, which is very characteristical of the wines of the south of the Rhone Valley. You can already say on the nose that you're on a wine which is going to be very fruity. The palate is full, very rounded. The tannins are also very soft. It's a very delicate wine. And also, apart from the very rounded character of the wine, what is very striking is all the fruits that you have inside. A lot of red fruits, but also a lot of finesse. So in terms of food and wine pairing, the wines of the Rhone Valley are obviously going to pair very well with the southeast of France cuisine, which is based on tomatoes, on eggplant, on basilic, on olives. I also believe that the silkiness of this wine would go perfectly with chicken dishes, beef noodles or clay pot rice, for instance. Thanks again for watching the second episode of Nihao Putaojiu. I hope that you had fun. I hope that you learned a lot of things about wine. I would like also to thank the guy from Open Sesame for letting me use their bar. If you live in Guangzhou and you've not been there yet, go, because it's an awesome cocktail bar. I had a lot of questions from you after the first episode. You were asking me where to find Chateau Pellatour in China. If you're interested, just send me a private message. Alright, time to go. Stay tuned for the next episode of Nihao Putaojiu, and obviously, don't forget to drink wine.